Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Premier, given the unacceptable situation of public housing tenants living in properties infested by vermin, including cockroaches and rats, due to negligence by Land and Housing Corporation, will you commit to an urgent rollout of regular pest control in public housing across the state to ensure that people's homes are safe and suitable to be able to live in?
Premier.
I thank the member for Newtown for her question and want to reiterate and thank the member, or I should say Minister Pavey, for her answer just in the House, because she's given a very good assessment of the investment that the New South Wales Government is making into social housing, and both she and Minister Ward work together closely in relation to providing both the assets and the support to obviously our clients or our citizens who require that social housing. And this is an important issue, and the government is committed not only to increasing supply but also to increasing, in addition to
Member for Cessnock.
Mr Speaker, I want to say again to thank Ministers Pavey and Ward, but I also state that I understand as at December 2020 we actually had a survey of all the tenants, and the minimum requirement is that 75% say that maintenance work is satisfactory to them. We actually had a response of 85%. There's more work to do, I understand, but of course that is encouraging to know that 85% of tenants regarded their experience as positive. In relation to the specific issue of pest control raised by the member for Newtown, I want to say this. All public housing properties are let to incoming tenants in a, and I put inverted commas, clean, safe and habitable standard in accordance.
Order! Order! The Premier is giving a serious response. Member for Auburn, you're on 2 calls.
Mr Speaker,
Member for Shell Harbour, you'll leave the chamber for an hour. 249A.
Mr Speaker, I'm simply quoting the Residential Tenancy Act on what is the legal obligation, but then what the government's doing on top of that. So the Land and Housing Corporation accepts...
Member for Coogee on a 2nd call.
Mr Speaker, as the member for Newtown alluded to in her question, the Land and Housing Corporation accepts responsibility for any vermin or pests that are identified in the incoming property. So obviously if there's new tenants coming in, the Housing Corporation is responsible for that, or identified within 3 months of the tenancy commencing. As with private rentals, public housing tenants are generally responsible for getting rid of vermin after that 3 months' time elapses. However, knowing that social housing does have some of our communities most vulnerable, our government provides additional services to those who need it most, as we did during COVID-19 in relation to outreach phone calls to elderly and vulnerable tenants, information and assistance on preventative health issues, not counting additional Commonwealth support payments as part of their income, so at least it frees up their income for other things. In relation to additional maintenance and cleaning in high-rise and complex buildings—
Member for Newtown, rise on a point of order.
Thank you, Speaker. And with respect to the Premier, it is relevant. It's 129. I was asking whether you would commit to, or at the very least, look at a review, because we know that public housing tenants are living in unsafe conditions with cockroaches and rats.
Thank you. Premier is being
and
generally
I'm asking
relevant
you to have a look at whether you can commit to investigating this further.
Member for Newtown, that's enough. I've heard enough.
Because no matter what
Member for Newtown, I've heard enough. Thank you.
Because no matter what is being said as the requirements are not being met, Premier.
Member for Newtown is on a call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I'm simply stating or providing advice to the House on the lengths the government goes to in relation to supporting our social and public housing tenants. And can I say, in relation to the specific issue of whether it's pest control or whether it's anything else regarding maintenance, that our government reviews our position on an ongoing basis. Nobody should be living in substandard conditions. And in fact, as Minister Pavey articulated, our government is investing more in social housing than any other state per capita. And of course, there's always more work to be done. But if you look at the progress we've made in recent times, if you look at the way in which we've reduced homelessness and also and in particular reduced the amount people are waiting in order to get into accommodation, we've come a long way. Is there more to do? Of course there is, and I thank the member for the question. I've completed my answer.